on. And I know some people have said it was too short. Don't worry, there's going to be another summer next year. But I want to use this opportunity to welcome all of you as we come back from the summer vacation and busyness of life to the regular activities, both in the church and also in your families and in your places of work. We did mention that at the beginning of the new calendar year for the church, the fiscal year, we would present to you the report that is a state of our parish. And that report will be in terms of how your time, talent, and treasures have helped our parish within the past 1 year. So I'm going to do that at the end of this homily. I'm going to try to do a brief homily, and then we present that report before you. A few years ago, I was assigned to a new parish. And when I got to the parish, I noticed that a lot of people were very involved, but some not really involved. So I met a lady who told me, "Father, I have not been going to church for a very long time." And I said, "Why not?" She said, "Each time I go to church, all they talk about is money. And I don't want to go again. I sit at home." I tried to talk her and say, "Well, you know, in America or all over the world, money is important. And if we love to keep our money, the things we love, we should use it in the service of God. But let me tell you something. I promise I'm not going to be talking about money if you come to church." So she said, "Okay." So we had an agreement. True story. The first day she came to church, I did not know she was there. The church was packed full. And that was the one we had the diocesan stewardship appeal from Radford that said, "Tell your parish they need to pay $75,000. So here I am talking and demonstrating and pointing at the video. We're going to be paying $75,000. If every family pays this much, we're going to pay it off in a very short while. Please give me your checks." At the end of Mass, I was standing and greeting people, and she came out and squeezed my hand so hard so I don't miss her. She looked me into the eye and told me, "What was that about?" Boy, I got into trouble. Since then, I have not seen her in the church. Do you have money? Do you have time? Do you love your money? We need to use things that we love, time and money, for the service of God if we love Him. If you love your wife or husband or anyone so much, and you don't let him touch your money or your time, you don't really love the person. We use what we have, what God has given to us, in His service. The readings today present before us the relationship between faith and love. Otherwise, faith and good works. Faith is the door that God has opened for each one of us, because faith is a supernatural gift that is given to us by God. No one can say, "I work so hard and that is the reason I have my faith." That's not true. Faith is given to us by God gratuitously, and it is the belief in what God has revealed, because the one who revealed it, that is God, cannot deceive nor be deceived. Faith is like someone opening the door for you. And if you want to get into the house, He's not going to force you. You're going to walk in by yourself. Once you walk in, you become member of the household. You become participant in the life of the one who opened the door for you. And coming into the house is called work, good works, love. If you love someone, we use what we treasure to show them how much we love them. Therefore, it is not just about faith, because faith is the gift from God. It's also about our response, good works or love. In the gospel reading, we notice today how Jesus talked to the apostles. He asked them, "Who do people say I am?" Jeremiah, one of the prophets. "But who do you say I am? What am I to you in your faith?" The same question is addressed to each one of us today. Who is Jesus for you? What does your faith reveal to you? Peter spoke up in the gospel. "You are the Christ." That is an expression of faith, what God has revealed. You are the Christ. But Jesus does not just want to stop there. Faith alone is not enough. He wants to bring in the other aspect, good works. The Son of Man must suffer and be crucified and be raised. Peter did not want to hear that. He doesn't want good works. He doesn't want tough times. He doesn't want cross. You know, some Christians who just want everything, they tell you you're going to be rich tomorrow, you're going to be rich today. Once you accept Jesus as your personal Lord and Savior, it's a lie. Christianity without cross, without suffering, without tough times is no Christianity. When we believe in him, let trouble come, let tough times come, we will endure because we are not alone. God is with us. That is why Jesus said to Peter, get behind me, Satan. Imagine Jesus calling people Satan into this world. He will be in trouble. He will be in trouble. Get behind me, Satan, he said. Why? Because you are thinking as human beings do, not as God does. Any single moment in our lives, we become obsessed with human thinking, obsessed with what human beings think, obsessed with what politicians think, obsessed with what people are going to say about us. Jesus says, get behind me. You are overly concerned about human beings, not about God. Yeah. He still loved Peter so much that he made him the pillar of his church. If you read in Matthew's gospel of the same pericope that we just listened to there, Jesus said to him, Peter, here is the keys to the kingdom of heaven. Then Peter became the first pope of the church for 1,500 years. There was no other pope, no other church, just that one church. Then in 1516, Martin Luther, you know Martin Luther, who was a priest in the Catholic Church, read this passage from Romans chapter 1, verse 17. It says, the just man shall live by faith. He added his own word, shall live by faith alone. There is no place in the Bible that says the just man shall live by faith alone. There's no place like that. Martin Luther was a monk and he tried to do all things, keeping all the rules and regulations. Kneel here, pray here, stand there, and he thought he was going to be saved by what he did. But we are not saved by our works alone. Our works cannot save. I've done this. Look at what I've done for God. Look at what I've done for people. That does not save us. Faith and good works, when they're combined together like two sides of one coin, that's what saves. Faith from God, good works from me, combining for me to live as a child of God. No wonder St. James says in the second reading today, if you have faith, you don't show good works. A brother is suffering, a sister is dying, you don't care. Just go ahead. God is going to help you, but you don't help them. Such faith is dead, St. James says. So when Martin Luther got to this point, he struggled. And that is how the Protestant Reformation started from 1516 to about 1523. And then many other churches just spread all over the world. Today, every church is coming up. They think they know the truth. But sometimes they just get away from what Jesus actually said. The one founded by Jesus has endured for 2,000 years. Yes, not perfectly because it's handled by human beings. But at the same time, God is with the church. Who do you say I am? If you know who he is, how do we use our time and talent and treasures to serve him and to serve one another? We don't live by faith alone. Second reading tells us, faith in good works. That good works is the sign that we love God so much and we use all we have to serve him. First, faith is perfected by love. If I have faith such that I can move mountains, but I don't have love, I'm not ready to work for God, I'm not ready to sacrifice for him, to carry the cross, I am nothing, St. Paul says, 1 Corinthians chapter 13. Thank you, parishioners of St. Patrick Church. You are men and women of faith. And you have shown it the way you live your time, your talent, and treasure in this church, particularly since I've been here for the past 4 years. Thank you. Thank you for your faith. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your good works. I'm going to ask the ushers to bring the bulletin so we look at what you've been doing. Ushers, please. Just give the person at the beginning of the pew and then they can pass on. Just give a stack. If any is left over, they're going to keep the leftover. Give a stack, let them pass over. Pass over as you get it from them. I'm going to ask that we turn to page number 5. Page number 5. Here at St. Patrick, we talked about it. The way we serve God is through time, talent, and treasure. Time, talent, and treasure. That's all that we have. I'm going to tell you how you have served God within these past few years through your time and talent. Let me begin with time and talent. We have about 1,000 families registered here, about 960 plus in the books, but every quarter we still receive people. The last quarter we just received about 21 families, so approximately 1,000 families, and about 780 attend Mass every weekend. We have 4 Masses every weekend. This weekend we're going to have 5. Another one is coming at 6 p.m. So if anyone has not attended yet, there will be another one. But 780, we can do better. Please encourage your sons and daughters. Never be tired of inviting people to come to worship God. If we love Him, we can't just sit at home. We come. 2, there are 4 choirs who sing at different Masses here in our church. We have 200 parishioners who serve in the liturgical ministries, altar servers, lector, EMs, and ushers. Compassionate Care Ministries, those who take Jesus to the homebound. If they cannot come to Jesus, we take Jesus to them in Holy Communion. And I thank you. You've done it every single week. Each Sunday, 7 ministers from our church take communion to the homebound. Each Tuesday, 2 ministers take communion to those in the hospital. Once a month, on First Friday, either myself or Deacon Dennis, we go to all the homes of those who cannot come, and we take Jesus to them, anoint them, hear their confessions, and pray for them. That is how we spend our time. We have people who pray the rosary here, people who do confessions. Confession is available every day except on Friday and on Sundays. We have Holy Hour and Benediction. Then look at the first box that we just have that says Sacraments Celebrated. 2013, ending in 2014, 26 baptisms. Last year we had 25. We should do better. Confirmation, the previous year 35. Last year we had 48. First Communion, 35. This past year we had 39. Those who were married the previous year, 9. This year we had 6. Please get married. If you have a boyfriend or girlfriend or dating somebody for a very long time, if somebody dates you for too long, tell him Father Godwin said we should be married. I'm going to be waiting for you, all right? So the funerals, the previous year, we had 39. Last year, 28 people died. We pray for their souls to rest in peace. Look at the second box, the one that is in color. Children, 130 from kindergarten to 8th grade in religious education. Montini, 79 students from here, but from the 3 parishes, 300. For the first time in 10 years, our numbers have started to increase. We had 300 children in our school this year. Children's liturgy, every Sunday, about 20 children average go to do children's liturgy. Vacation Bible School, 75 of them. Adults who do Bible class, Walk with Mary, the Psalm, the Lamb Supper, and the Prophet. About 150 adults. McHenry, Heart of Fire, adults, 33 Days of Glory, Consoling the Heart of Jesus. One Thing is 3, about 70 people. And also in the prayer cenacle. That Man Is You, a program we started a few months ago. Deacon Dennis has been at the head of it. And about 20 men gathered together every Saturday morning to pray. Wives, send your husbands to come so they will learn what it means to be Christian men. Community outreach, the last box at the bottom. We reach out to our community. There are brothers and sisters who can't make it. But through Fish Pantry, we send money to them. Pads, school supplies, Knights of Columbus, Coach Drive, St. Vincent de Paul, Work for the Poor, Relay for Life, Coach Drive, holiday meals, and a lot of other things that we do. We reach out to those in our community who cannot get ends meet. Thank you. Look at the next column on the right-hand side, event and fundraisers. We raise fund in the social life. Look at all the things that we do this past year to be sure that the family that prays together also plays together. The last column, corporal works of mercy. Through your monthly contribution, which we raise about $3,000 to $4,000, and sometimes extra donations. We go through St. Vincent de Paul, Fish, Paths, Catholic Charities. We feed My Starving Children, Knights of Columbus, Holy Apostle, Monday Kitchen, Marian Scholastic Support, Seeds of Wisdom Library, which we built in, there's a priest who started a program they built in Anambra State in Nigeria, Emma Quid Fund, Priest Assistance, Montini, Ima Bridge Africa, which is an organization I helped started, and we met with the bishop about 2 weeks ago. He wrote a letter to all the priests and all the parishes, telling them that he's been very supportive of Ima Bridge, and he is happy for what Ima Bridge is doing to represent our diocese. He recommends it to everyone. Crucio Movement, Seminarian Support, Lemonade Brigade, Direct Assistance, and name them. Those are the things that we do through your time and through your talent. Please turn to page number 4. Don't sleep yet, okay? Wake somebody up next to you. Page number 4. You're going to look at 3 columns. The first one is fiscal year 2013 to 14. Second one is 14 to 15. And then projection for the coming year. You're going to see our income. The money you put in envelopes, $581,000. The previous year, last year was $552,000. It went down a little bit. We want to encourage people to please put more. Then this year we project about $556,000. Then you see Forward in Faith campaign with $1.something million that we owed. Right now our church is debt free, but we still project for those who made promises that about $180,000 will be coming in. Other parish income, people who stop in, $10, $50, $5,000, $20. Father, I think this should be repaired. Let's do something in the church. We project, we had 75, 80 last year. We hope that by your generosity, we'll raise about 61,000 this coming year. Cemetery income, corporal works of mercy. That is the money you send to help those who are poor. Then the next thing is religious education support, special collections, insurance proceeds, parish events, bequest, and prayer garden. The previous year, we had income of $1.1 million, $302. Then the last year, $1.1 million. We project that by God's grace and your generosity, we should be able to have $1 million this coming year. Look at expenditure. I'm just going to go through to the bottom. After we spent everything, $1,044,782, we had a leftover of $55,000 the previous year. Last year, we had a leftover of $139,000. And the coming year, we project $74,000. Because of the money we've been able to save, we put the money in dial. Right now, we have over $300, close to $400,000 in savings, in dial account for rainy day. God forbid something happens. All these things would not even have been possible without you. Last Tuesday, during the Presbytery Day, and this is not just to put the chip on my shoulder, Presbytery Day, Bishop Meloy, who's been here for so many times, said to all the priests of the diocese, there are few priests, few parishes he wants to recognize for what they have done. He's been here a few times. He mentioned you. He mentioned your priest, Father Godwin, our parish, what you have done to keep our parish going, what we have done in Ima Bridge. And I can tell you something. I could not have done any of those things without all your love and your contribution. Without you putting your faith into action, it would not have been possible to put our parish among those that Bishop Meloy would recommend for people to look at what we are doing. You put your faith into action. And you put my heart on fire for God because of the way you love. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And God bless you.